Hi, thank you for buying this tutorial. My name is Austris and I will show you my methods for creating old and dirty materials with V-Ray. Keep in mind that you have to understand the basic properties of the clean material to create a modified or aged version. That's why I highly recommend that you check out my Creating V-Ray Materials Volume 1 if you haven't already, and I've included it for free with this tutorial. It also lays out some basic V-Ray material theory not covered in this video. There are two basic approaches you can use to create materials. You can use custom painted maps or generic tileable textures. So custom painted maps can give you perfect results with extremely precise controls over the texture placement, but they are also time consuming and only usable for the specific object you are texturing. If you want to reuse the same material on a different object, you usually have to start from scratch or almost from scratch. So it can take a lot of time and it is not always the best way to proceed. Using generic tileable textures has some advantages over the first method, and I think the most important one is that the resulting material or parts of the material are reusable on other objects with some very quick adjustments or even without making large modifications. This can be a great time saver if you ever need to use these in different scenes or on different models. And the biggest drawback of this method is probably that it is not as precise as custom painted textures. There is an element of randomness and quite a bit of experimenting to get the look you're after. It can also be sometimes a bit difficult to understand the process and the material setup, but it becomes easier with some practice. So I would probably use custom painted maps for very important centerpiece objects and stick with the tileable maps for the rest. So the custom painted map method has been covered extensively by others. I'm not going to use it in this tutorial. Instead, I'm going to approach this subject by using the generic tileable textures. Okay, in the next few videos I'm going to talk a bit about some theory, show you the general concepts in 3D Max, and finally texture a few objects from start to finish.